Hey guys, welcome back to Jordan's Yap session. If you're new, I appreciate you stopping in. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you being here. But today I'm going to be talking about the three big things that I think new lifters or intermediate lifters or anyone trying to gain knowledge should do to train legs. These aren't going to be like scientific uh, facts or anything. It's going to be more of a philosophy or a mental stand on where you should or how you should be training legs. So let's get in the first one. The first one's going to be uh, just effort in general. Um, so when you train legs, you should think of it as a total separate entity as your other body parts. It is your biggest movement, your biggest body part in your entire body. So it takes the most amount of effort to acquire stimulus or put stimulus into it, which is why when you train legs, it should be hard. You should be excited or anxious going into leg day because it should be painful. It should almost suck. I see too many people, too many times, putting the same amount of effort or mental state as they are with their arms, with their back, with their chest, into their leg days. You know, they'll do their 12 reps, they'll do their 10 reps, and then they're done. No, like, every rep should require effort from you. Every rep, every set should be grueling. This is like the key point in training legs. This is the way stimulus will grow. The second step I have is to train with intensity and volume, or train heavy with lots of volume, lots of reps. And when I first heard this, I was pretty confused. So I'm going to try to break it down how I understand it. Because when I first heard intensity or train heavy, I thought of powerlifters. I thought of 1 to 3 reps, and that was it. And when I hear volume or train with high reps, I think of bodybuilders. I think of 12 to 15. But when you add those two together, you know, you have to think about weight is relative, strength is relative, depending on the person. Which means, like I said before, every rep should require effort. It should be heavy enough where you are failing, where you cannot physically get another rep at that endpoint, at that 10 to 12, 15, 20 reps. That's a lot of reps. But the weight should be heavy where the first reps are requiring effort. You can't just lollygag the first 10 reps and then go, wow, I feel a burn. You should be required to have effort in every single rep. And this will tie into the first one and the third one. All these steps will tie into each other. But requiring effort for all these heavy reps is what will drive stimulus. Before I get into the third one, I just want to say I hope you all are doing well. Just remember, no feeling is final, and these feelings don't define you. They won't take away tomorrow. The sun will rise, and I know these feelings can make you feel alone and in solitude, but just remember, it is not weak to reach out for help. So if you are feeling these feelings, please reach out to somebody and ask for help. When doing leg movements, I know I say this in all the other types of movements or body parts, but I believe complex movements are even more important in legs. I know there's a place for accessories, but I just see too many people, specifically some people who aren't trying to get big or bulky, for example, are too afraid to do large, big movements because they think that if they touch a barbell or a dumbbell, they're going to explode. But I promise you, there's been tons of bodybuilders who have been trying to get huge, who have not over the years. So just because you touch a barbell will not happen. But I see a lot of people will do like their accessory movement, leg extensions, leg curls, or cable kickbacks, whatever it may be, and they feel a pump. So this is really good. I feel really good. I feel like I accomplished a lot. But because it feels easy, that's why they tend to do it. That's why they steer towards it. But with legs, because it's such a large movement, it requires such a large stimulus. Because of the pump doesn't mean that you're growing, doesn't mean that you worked or stimulated your muscles to grow. And you can prove this because if that were the case, we would just use bands and just get in crazy pumps every day and we would grow like crazy. For your muscles to grow, you need mechanical tension and mechanical stimulus on the muscles to recruit fibers. The best way to do this is complex movements. These complex movements will work the entire lower body. Minus your calves, but your quads, your hamstrings, and your glutes. Those are your legs. That is your lower body pretty much, minus your calves. So doing complex movements, I think, is even more important in leg day. Doing your squats, your leg press, your hack squats, your lunges, your Bulgarian split squats, your RDLs. These things that work, hamstrings, glutes, your quads, glutes, hamstrings, will grow you and get you bigger legs. And then a caveat onto that is making sure you're training with full range of motion. If you were doing all these 3 steps, effort, training with intensity and volume, and doing complex movements, but you didn't have a full range of motion, you're now only working like your joints or your quads, for example. If you did a leg press, but only halfway. You need to make sure you're sinking your knees to your chest on almost every movement, because when you drive yourself out of the bottom of a rep, out of the hole, you're working your hamstrings and your glutes to push yourself up out of that hole. This, plus those other 3 steps, will grow your legs. It will grow them fast, and you will see them explode if you implement these 3 steps. Now, exercise selection, some of you may ask, like, what should I do? Complex movements. Anything I can find that works well for you, because I know some people have injuries. Whatever feels good, I would stick with that. Because there's a lot of machines out there nowadays that can change the path that make feel perfect for you. And I think that is the one large benefit of having machines these days is legs. So find what works for you as a complex movement. So not a single joint movement like the knees, but an entire body, like your entire body is moving, and hit it hard. Hit it with intensity and volume. So I hope you guys learned something. If you have any other ideas to share for beginners, please put them in the comments, or have any questions. And I appreciate you guys sticking around. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.